What up, gang? How's my audio? Voice audio check, music audio check. Bernardi, good to see you, man. Elite, Felipe, what up, what up? Welcome to the first time you're on the stream, man. Good to have you here, man. Project 365. What's up, SENG? Trade Wop, K. Boone, what is up, Jazza? What's up, ADHD? TML. What is the weird? Jader, what up, Mr. Potato? Yeah, let's see what the market offers us today, guys. Let's see what the market offers us. I've taken one short trade already, actually, on gold. Took a short trade on gold today already, and attempting another short trade on gold right now as well. The second one on the second account, though, is getting close to getting stopped out. So I don't know if we're going to get that or not. We're getting really close, guys. This one might get stopped out. I took a short earlier on with the rejected glowback, so that was a really nice short, though. I'm glad I caught that one. This one's going to get stopped out here, though. I kind of overshot my short on this one, though. I could have taken it for 2R over here, as you can kind of see. I could have taken it for 2R, but I didn't. So, had I taken it for 2R, I would have been in and out, though. But my first trade, though, I got a nice one in here. I shorted the gold up here earlier and caught a nice move down, so that was solid. Jay Sullivan, what's going on? Armani. Yeah, Goofy's killing it, man. He's killing it. I think he's one more trading day away for another like 10K payout again. Vana, what is up? Stereo. Oh, not my birthday, brother. That was Ron G's birthday. It was Ron G's birthday today. It was Mitch's birthday a few days back as well. It looks like it's a few of the hosts have back-to-back birthdays here. I did take that short on gold, my friend. I shorted, hold on one second. I shorted gold here. So I caught my gold trade earlier on, so that was not too bad. What up, what up? I still think gold has the ability to keep going down, to be honest. I mean, I'm bearish on the chart, so. We're bouncing off the level and channel, though, here. So that's why I said that I got a little greedy here on that trade. I honestly could have just taken it for 2R, and I really should have, considering my channel was there, but I held on for longer than I overstayed my welcome, is essentially what I did there. So I paid the price on that trade, but that's all good. I'm still green on the day, though. Green on the day. I will, Chilean. I'm going to go through the chart review later on, so I will absolutely touch on that short trade later. Brandon, I don't know yet. I've been working on two different projects actually lately for at least for the trading stuff. So I haven't actually had a chance to really do anything on the YouTube front. Just because I've been getting a lot of questions for different things. Like I have people who come to me wanting to learn trading, as in like people who know nothing about it, like zero, zip, doesn't even know what a candle is. And I feel like I want to develop something for that audience, and then I want to develop something for those who already know what trading is but is looking to refine it. So kind of working on both those projects right now, so I haven't really put much time towards like YouTube content. Because if you think about it, between those two projects, me streaming with you guys, me doing my own trades, and then all my business client work, there's not enough time in the day, man. Not enough time in the day. By the way, my drink of the day is this. I haven't had something on stream for a little while. They just rolled out like a lychee drink. It's like lychee Lani. Super good. You see my audio cut out? Okay. Oopsie. What up, Zach? Good to see you, man. FX Peter, what's going on, brother? Ron G's not on the stream yet, man. I don't know if he's hanging by, because sometimes he does, but he's not on the stream right now, though. Hey, trading game. I'll do the chart review in about 9 minutes here, gang. 9 minutes. In the meantime, you guys know your assignment. Let's drop some thumbs up on the stream, gang. Globex is when the futures market opens up, Sai. 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Felipe, I took my trade off of a lower high, kind of like a retest beneath the level there. Probably less of a lower high. I probably would say like a pause bar is what I should probably say for that one. I had exited a trade on one account, and then I took the second trade on another account. I'm not in the trade right now, no. I just exited one earlier. But I am tempted to take a 1 hour trade on gold right now, though. Did you guys manage to catch any of the trades over New York today? Those are pretty clean breakout down to the downside on NQ. My red lines are levels, my friend. They're levels. No problem. You hit 2 longs. Was that over New York? 1 HP, or was that today over the Asia session? Looks like that gold short's starting to play out. The red lines are the same as Jake. That's actually how I differentiate between my areas of interest, my channels, and the levels. So I code the levels for the mastermind as red. Looks like we're starting to pull back off the channel there on NQ. Here's if gold has the chance here to get that follow through breakdown that I was looking for earlier. What's important in trading, confidence or execution? I think just knowing what your setup is that you actually prefer. I think a lot of people, when they trade, they don't actually know what that is, right? Because you have to be able to repeat it over and over and over again, right? That's a big part of that. We'll start the chart review here in just about 2 minutes, gang. Four, 4, 3, 7. Yeah, we could go. I think if we could tag from there, we could probably tag 4, 3, 3, 1 is what my thoughts are on gold. I mean, I'll have to break and retest beneath that though. I do think gold can go lower today, man. What's going on, Gio? What's going on, brother? I'm actually more of a Samsung person, but for the client work that I do, I use an Apple phone right now. This is actually the only Apple product that I have. Actually, I lie. I also have an iPad that I sync this to when I do my restaurant visits and stuff like that. A lot of the restaurant business integrations actually work best with Apple product. That's the reason why I use it. But normally, though, I'm definitely more of a Samsung person, though. What's up, Dara? Gold's testing that level again and channel that we have here on gold. I think we go lower though, man. Yeah, you're more of an Apple guy too, eh? All right, man. All right, I'm gonna get started here with the chart review, guys. Welcome to Project 365, guys. My name's Alan Azheng Trades. I am gonna get started here and go through the chart review. If you guys are your first time here, drop a like and subscribe. It means a lot and helps the stream out. But I am gonna get started here, and I'm gonna go through the chart analysis for both NQ and gold. As always, I'm gonna go through top-down analysis, talk about the trades. You will see actually over the course of the New York session that we just had a very good setup from what we talked about from our last stream. So we're gonna hop right into that. So first and foremost, we'll go over the NQ first. Oops, wrong time frame. So as of right now, you can see here on the weekly bar, we've kind of we melted off half of our move up from the New York session. Still possible. I mean, we've been talking about whether or not we have a possibility to gap down here before we move on up. I think that's still possible. I mean, there's FOMC tomorrow as well, so we'll have to be very cognizant of that. We don't want to fight this trend too much, but you know, well, it's hard to imagine what we'll do. The way I look at it, the daily time frame, that bearish bar obviously makes me bearish. It makes me think that we are going to close off this gap that we had. But there is a chance that we're going to probably retrace back to the 50% retracement spot here before we continue lower. Now, I do have some channels as well here, so we'll keep an eye on that. We'll see what happens. But I am looking to see if even if we are short, I think it'd be safer to come up here into this retracement area before we kind of look to go lower on the NQ. And then on top of that, on the hourly, you can see here we are just up and up right now. Definitely nothing really slowing us down at this moment in time. Now we are coming up to a channel spot, which we are getting that little bit of that resistance. But again, if we manage to put an hourly bearish bar here beneath the channel going into the next hour here, I'm open to shorting if we do that. Otherwise, I would just take a look at continuing to long this until we move up to the retracement spot up here. That's kind of what I'm thinking about right now as I look at this. And on the NQ, you can kind of see that already. I mean, we are kind of hovering in this area, but we just keep putting higher lows. So, I mean, fighting this trend is not ideal. The best thing to do for us is to wait to see if we get a break of structure before we take a short, if we do want to do that. And we can go into the previous day here, previous stream. You can see here that we did end up ranging pretty much as usual, right? We ranged between the Globex opening print and the VWAP. As soon as after the first hour was over of London, which, as you guys know, I always like to wait for that first. We had a nice break up to the upside from channel to channel. And then we had that nice double bottom at the next channel here before we moved up to the next one up here as well. You can see here that level at 39.69 ended up becoming a key rejection spot for us over the pre-market session. And then when we came in, you can see here that we had our opening print. We looked like we tried climbing back up because we did push ourselves back above the New York opening print, which did offer us an entry. I mean, like if you really want to take this reclaim of New York opening and push up, you could have. But if you guys remember this 38.87 level, this channel area that we have here, this was actually from our pre-session, right? Because we talked about how in this area, if we were to have looked for a short at the time, we would have wanted to short this channel up here, is what we talked about last stream. Although we didn't get that opportunity, and it did still respect over the course of pre-market, London and New York, we can see that New York was essentially, that ended up becoming the high of day. We had the nice confluence with the 200 EMA as well there. If we missed that short trade off the top there, that lower high that we had at the bottom, the channel beneath it, it ended up becoming a nicer entry. But again, pretty much from there on out, we just had a solid meltdown that just presented lower highs after lower highs. And then as we've gotten to after the London close, that's pretty much when we started ranging. We ranged here for a while. Like after the London close, we ranged pretty much up until what? Basically power hour. And that's when we essentially had a bit more of a move down on the NQ. So if you basically missed the first few hours of the day, the rest of the day was pretty boring overall. Coming into the session today, I was actually on a one-on-one with a student earlier on, and we were kind of chatting about this actually. I don't know if he's on stream right now, but we had this Globex opening print. We pushed up, and very similar to the analysis that I gave earlier on about why I think that if we were to move up, we could retrace back up towards the 50% retracement spot. I was saying that, like, even though I'm bearish, like bearish in the sense that that daily bar could send us a little bit lower and close off that gap, Before that, though, I think Asia, London has the ability to maybe grind up before that actually happens. You can see here that we did end up having a push up, and right pretty much at Tokyo Open, which was kind of the beautiful spot, we had that retest of a double bottom off of Globex, and that long entry basically would have been the key entry to take as we grinded up on the NQ over here. So I've taken one trade on the NQ earlier on, and I've taken one gold trade as well. So the NQ trade for me was essentially the trade that we had here after we had the opening candle and we pushed back above. The way that we held VWAP is essentially where I took my long entry and I basically targeted the upper end here. So I got about 1.52 R-ish for that NQ trade, and that's what I kind of got there. And I'll talk about the gold trade a little bit later on, but as of now, it does look like we are just going to continue pushing higher. If we were to push from here, I'd look for us to maybe tag the top of that channel before we have a pullback at all. But at this point in time, I think trying to short this is going to be very, very difficult. I think just play the trend on NQ is the safest bet that we can take at this moment in time. That's my 2 cents on the NQ. In terms of gold at the moment, and I'll go over this as well. Just touch on the weekly here. On gold, we are still a weekly inside bar at the moment. So obviously some ranging action. Uncertain to see where we're going to go next. It's anybody's game when we're trading on the inside bar. On the daily bar, same thing. We closed off our yesterday's bar as an inside bar. We opened up as an inside bar. So this is kind of looking very familiar to the daily consolidation that we had up here, if you guys remember, before we had the breakdown, right? So as of right now, it does make sense to me that we are ranging in this area, because if you look at it structurally speaking, where we're holding beneath was essentially the low, our lower low on the daily time frame at some point. So at this, what we're essentially looking for is for us to hold beneath this channel area, which I'll zoom in a little bit more so it's maybe a little bit easier to look at. We're looking to essentially hold beneath this channel and level area, which we had been so far, to see if we can have a further move down to the downside on gold. Like that would be the ideal thesis. Now, right now, if this hourly candle closes bullish for us, then I'm open to longing gold in the sense of I'm playing on that double bottom. And again, I'm not looking to hold this whole move, right? So I think I'm just speaking on the fact that if we do get an hourly fail to go lower, it might actually set us up for a long trade into the either Globex or into New York opening print. So some opportunity there for gold for sure. Earlier, I made the comment, just when we hopped on stream, I said, you know what, we're coming back down. We might double bottom here. It looks like we're trying to double bottom here, which is definitely of a high plausibility here. We'll see. I mean, I'd like to see if we can break above this level here as well. The short trade that I took earlier on, I actually, basically, we had this consolidation here leading into today. And the short trade that I took was the short trade beneath Globex. The way, once we rejected off of Globex here, I did take a short trade here. And took my 1R on gold as well. So I took a win on my NQ long. I took a win on my gold short trade. And then the other trade that I took as a gold short trade, unfortunately, again, I got greedy. I really should have took it for 2R. I took a short trade over here to continue down. And literally 2R was the bottom of that wick. And I didn't take it. So I paid the price for not taking my profit sooner on that one. But I did take a small L on that. But overall, still green on the day. On my account, I'm up about $1,600, and that's a take profit trader account. So that means that's another daily payout already locked in for myself. So the daily payout trend continues, and I will share that obviously as usual later on. I'll go through my trader stats. I'll go through my take profit trader dashboard and all that, and I'll touch on that. But as far as gold goes, though, like I said, I do want lower. I think that if we just stay beneath this 43.45 area for level, at some point we might consolidate and just break right down and come back down to the Globex area here. Otherwise, again, if we are going to double bottom here, I'd like to see us break above the level and close above the level before I even think that that's a good idea. So we'll see obviously what the market offers us right now at this point in time. I'm just going to catch up on the chat here to make sure I didn't miss anything because I don't want to ignore any of you guys. Just give me a sec here. Okay. Is there a gold micro? Yes, King Kunta. The gold micro is MGC. What's going on, Livia? Dara, your question about the 5-minute time frame win rate, is that with me? Or is that question for someone else? I trade actually all sessions. I don't trade the New York as much anymore, just because of business and family. I prioritize that more, so I don't trade the New York session. And the reason why I stream pre-London is because it's the only time that I can actually stream. I trade Asia, but I can't stream Asia because I don't have time to do that. I don't really understand so fast, but I don't really understand the terminology of manipulation. And I hear a lot of people speak on that word. I don't know if that's a trading terminology or if that's like an ICT terminology, but I don't reference 4-hour candles as much. I'm more of an hourly candle person. Mitch, I think your name is Mitch or Mike. I do share when I can. It depends. Like sometimes if I'm taking trades in Asia, I don't actually, like if I'm on the road, I can't text and obviously trade at the same time because I don't have the same device. Like I don't have my whole command center set up here. So it's a little harder, but I do try to signal where I can when I can. Like if I'm at my desk trading, I will always signal for sure. And Dara, you kind of asked the same question. Same thing, yeah. I try to do my best, but I can't always, to be honest. If I'm on the go, then I prioritize that. It's kind of the same idea of like screenshotting trades, right? Like as much as I would love to be able to screenshot things and share them on Instagram and stuff like that, it's like in the moment when I'm on the road, if I have to prioritize my trade or screenshotting or trade or signaling, I'm gonna prioritize my trade. If I'm at my desk, it's just a lot easier. When I'm on the road, it's really difficult. King Kunta, that's honestly comes down to what you recommend for yourself, because gold can move like crazy, and depending on how big the moves are, trading a couple of micros is probably all you need. Your experience matters a lot too, right? Like I think that like if you're an experienced trader, then trade whatever size you want, but if you're learning, smaller the size the better, so that you can get a rhythm of how to trade. Dara, in terms of win rate wise, I don't. So you know when the question asked trading off the 5 or the 2, I trade off all, right? So I just want to make sure I make that clear too. You might see me only on the 2-minute time frame. When I'm trading, I'm executing on the 2, the 5, and the 15. So I'm looking at a culmination of multiple time frames, and the way that I get my alignment and setup is how I essentially take my trades. YSG man, what's going on, brother? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Mitch. Is it Mitch? Am I pronouncing that right, by the way? Is it Mitch or Mike? It's I do on both Discords, because I'm in Discord. I'm in 2 different Discords as moderator. So I do, whenever I signal in one, I signal in both. Yeah, I do have tea. This is like a lychee Lani bliss tea. Mitch. Okay, cool. Yeah, man, Vancouver is like, it's crazy. It's hyped right now, man. It's hyped. Right now, any place that is basically streaming the game, man, is like going crazy. What up, Adam? I'm in. You check my you'll check my my Instagram, and you'll see my link tree, and you'll see exactly what I'm referring to when I talk about like Discord wise. At this point in time, if we were to long NQ, man, I mean, it's you're just basically looking for any higher low to long off of, because we're just grinding at this point. So there's really no safe area. Like the level could be it. I mean, that we already kind of missed that point. If we do come back down and put a nice solid 5-minute fail to go lower at the level, then maybe I'd be interested in longing off the level. I prefer trading, like my time would be around between 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. What's going on, Space? Nikki, it's been good. Adjusting to the schedule, it's been good. I mean, like, don't get me, like, when I'm in the stream, I'm not tired at all. Just because, like, I'm obviously talking to you guys. I'm looking at all these screens, all this light. But, like, usually afterwards, man, I'm like, I crash, man. I take a shower and I hit the hay right away. Oh, gold's popping. Gold's popping. That double bottom right there, guys. Double bottom, potential higher low, push up. Yeah, JTP. I agree, man. I think that, like, where I would kind of look for is, I honestly would probably look at the 200 EMA more than anything else right now. Could we get the VWAP as well? Sure. I do think that if we were to get a bounce, I think we're going to get a bounce at, like, what is this, the 450 area. We'd probably get a bounce at the 450 area for a little bit of a move back up, assuming we don't continue moving all the way. That would probably be our first bounce. And if we do, then VWAP would be the next area that I would watch for sure. Hey, Jolo. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you in here again. You can see earlier on as well, guys, when we talked about the gold short setup, where I entered the gold. If you remember, I said that I shorted the Globex beneath Globex opening print. At the time, this is what I'm talking about when I talk about, like, the FF indicator, like conviction and confluence. You can kind of see here as well. This is the 2-minute time frame. You can see we rejected this trigger line, and that trigger line ended up sending us down, right? So that's what I was referring to when I shorted the first trade that I won. And then again later on, if you had the chance to, and obviously I didn't take this one because I was chatting with you guys. The stream had just started, but this was another 2-minute rejection of the trigger line before we kind of pulled back down. And now we're double bottoming, of course, right? But that's just some example of, like, because I know people ask the question all the time, like, how do you use that? How do you look for different convictions and confluence? That would be one of those things that I would use, is that if I have if I'm looking at my playbook of my trades, I have check, things are looking really good. If I also have the FF indicator also telling me a very promising story, then I'm definitely more likely to take that trade, you know? Hopefully that kind of makes sense. You're welcome, Felipe. You're welcome. Even NQ. So this is an example. I'll go to the NQ chart as well. You can see here that essentially we've just been holding this trigger line, right? Since the open, since we reclaimed it. And I'm just going to zoom in here a little bit more for you guys. Earlier, do you guys remember what I said when I said I took an NQ long off of the bounce of VWAP, right? The VWAP area also just so happened to be the trigger line at the same time on the 5-minute time frame. So you could have, this essentially would have been the long off the 5-minute. And you can see here later on again as well, you had a 5-minute test of the trigger line, and then again 5-minute test of the trigger line. So you can see 3 different points here on the NQ that we were able to play on that higher low to the upside. So similarly, kind of like how I was talking about earlier, I was maybe looking for like a level test or something like that. If you were using the FF indicator in confluence and conjunction, what you're essentially looking for again is you're hoping that when price is going to come back down and test this trigger line again before you continue moving higher. That would be like an example. And so those who don't know what the purpose of that indicator is that it's meant to be like a trend tracker. It's what it's called. And it's called the trend tracker because it's meant for you to help trade trends. So you're not constantly fighting them, right? That's essentially there to assist you with it. Again, I don't just prioritize an indicator to tell me how to trade. I don't ever do that. Always have a playbook, always have a system first. And then the indicators are meant to be extra conviction. The VWAP, the 9 EMAs, like all those stuff are just bonuses for me. But they're never the thing that helps decide my trade setups. And I always want to emphasize that because I know most traders, especially new ones, are always looking for some sort of silver bullet to trading. And the reality is, you're not always going to have that. There's no such thing as like a one silver bullet that's going to help everything, right? So just wanted to just share my thoughts on that. I trade NQ and gold, Asia, London, and New York, Felipe. So for me, I'm indifferent. I'm okay with a low volume. I think you said you were new here. If you actually watch my YouTube and kind of see from last year, much of my success actually come from trading the Asia and London session. So personally, I'm used to it. Vernati, it's like a monthly sub thing. I've been with it for a couple of years, so I'm kind of grandfathered into the old price, but I don't really know what it is now. You can, Vernati, you can always just do the 10-day trial though. Like there's never a fret to like actually pay for anything, because if you try it out for 10 days, you don't like it, just don't stay with the subscription, right? So it is in my link tree though. So if you want to give a stab at it, you can do there. No, Nikki, no, it's not RSI. RSI is different. I know you're for those who don't know what that is, that's like the relative strength index. I don't use that too much, and it's not really the same as the FF trend tracker. Thanks, Yacht. Hey, Anna, good to see you, man. So right now, gold, for example, is holding beneath the 5-minute trigger line, but it's slightly above the 2-minute trigger line right now. This is tricky, but we're rejecting Globex again, right? So we'll see what gold wants to do here. Hey, Alan, how should we overcome losing money when the trend is going against your position and you may close it on any second? Well, really, to be honest, the right answer to that one, in my personal opinion, is that first and foremost, if you're fighting the trend, I mean, you kind of just have to expect that if you get stopped out, then it means that your thesis was wrong, right? In the same regard, if you're trading with the trend, I'd imagine you're probably using some sort of higher low or something like that to manage your stop loss. And if you get stopped out, then it kind of is what it is, right? Because again, you don't want to hold on to a losing trade for longer than you want, because ideally you want to preserve both the mental and the physical capital in hopes that you can trade again, in the future. Globex is the opening print candle of the futures market. So that's 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Do you size the same on all trades, or do you size more when most of all your boxes are trading? ADHD, great question. So the question of like, do I size all my trades the same? So there's a few different anomalies to how I size my trades. The first thing obviously is going to be my setup. So yes, the ones that have the best setups, I will size more. I don't want to say full port, but I'll full size my trade setup, assuming that also my entry has the risk tolerance for that full size. If the risk tolerance can't afford it, then I'll size down a little bit. The other thing that would decide my sizing as well is my session. So Asia is probably where I'll size the highest. New York is where I size the lowest, and you could probably imagine why that is, because the moves on New York session are far stronger, and so I don't have the buffer and drawdown in order to go that full size, because I could literally like blow my account if I were to full size my setup over New York. I could blow my account within 2 minutes, right? So I don't go that path. Ravind, man, that's amazing, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad it's been able to kind of assist you and help you out, man. So Vernati, I'll tell you right now. So I think I mentioned this a few times before as well. So I don't trade news, and when I say that, let's be clear what I mean by that. I don't interpret news as an edge. Like, it's not something that I'm great at doing. So I find that whenever you see news come out, what it should do, it doesn't happen sometimes, and vice versa. So it's very volatile. What I instead look at often is that when news breaks on FOMC, I'm looking to see where price is reacting on it and where it's reacting, and I give it a little bit of time, maybe 2, maybe 5 minutes, and then from there I will trade whatever presents itself from the news. So in terms of like, otherwise, if we're taking a look at the other things, I don't have anything specific though in terms of that though. Chilean, so I guess there's a few different part answers of how I answer that question. So the question is, do you still trade if you have 1 or 2 winners already? So technically speaking, I already had that, right? So I had one account, right? I took a win, I rotated to another account, I got another win, and then I rotated to my third account, which is the account that I'm on right now, and you saw me take a loss on that one. So for me, it's a matter of like, it's a few different things. If I'm rotating through accounts and I get my wins along the way, then I'll keep going and I'll rotate my accounts, right? If I take my 2 trades and it's a loss, for example, then I'll rotate my account. Basically, and this is very hypothetical because I don't really do this often. Let's just say out of my 6 funded accounts, I actually trade 2 trades or 1 trade or whatever, maybe on all 6. Win or lose, whatever, doesn't matter. But if I've already done all my trades, then I stop. Even if there's a good setup, I stop. I just don't push anymore. And the reason why it's because for me, it's more so of a guardrail of peace of mind. Like I want to have the ability to just call it and move on. Like I actually find my best days are actually the days where I stay on the screen for the least amount of time. So like if I manage to come into the day, and for example, like today was a good example of this, right? Like I came into the day, got to my desk, was doing some work, saw the chart, setup looked kind of good, great, took it. Another setup came. Well, actually, technically, between the NQ trade and the GC trade, there were hours in between. So I took the NQ trade, got a win, great, shut it down, went, had dinner, spent time with my kids, went outside, played a little bit of baseball with them, came back to my desk, started doing work again, saw that a setup was coming up, took another one. Like, and so for me, I find that those are the best because like, I don't want to be glued to my screen. Like, I actually think it's mentally like draining to do that. And those who've been trading for long enough, I think you know what I mean. Like at some point you're gonna have mental exhaustion and fatigue, and it's when that happens is when often you'll feel that you are making poor decisions or you're getting very antsy or impatient. That usually comes from mental fatigue. So again, that's just, I know that's probably a very long answer to the question, but personally for me, I'm just explaining that I don't like to stay on the screen for too long because it's not great. Yeah, I mean, 1 HP using ATR to help your sizing, that makes a lot of sense to me, man. I mean, the average candle is like 60 points, man. Do I trade an hour into New York? So the soonest that I will usually trade on New York is probably after the first half an hour is usually when I trade. Otherwise, I'm okay waiting for up to even 2 hours. Basically, after 2.5 hours, assuming that I have the time to sit at my desk, look at the screen, all that. If nothing presents itself after 2.5 hours, I'm gone. Like I'm gone. So for me, that's 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. By 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, if there's nothing presenting itself, I'm out of here. Like I'm not sitting in front of my screen any longer than that. Yeah, 1 HP. Generally speaking, if you have all that news and all that volume, and it also still happens to respect the level or a reference point, that's like a key signal in itself. Hey, Valima. Honestly, Nikki, I appreciate it. I don't, a lot of people actually reach out to me on Instagram and always say, hey, Alan, like, do you want to increase your subs and you want to increase your followers? Like, I can help you blow up, blah, blah, blah. I honestly don't even subscribe to that. I usually just tell them I'm good, thanks. And the reason is because everything that I do on social, and this is probably very unorthodox and different from most people, I am not looking to actually build like 100,000 followers and convert and all. Like, I'm not doing that for that reason. As a business professional, I have my mainstream of focus of my income from my business, and business as a restaurant industry is kind of what I'm in. And then also my own trading. So everything on YouTube, on Instagram, it's really just me sharing. I'm just sharing what I'm doing. So I know people always say you should do more on that social front. I am trying to do a little bit more, just because I know some people just feel like it would help just to build on, like, I guess, my branding. So I am actually going to be working on a project at the end of the month. I'm actually flying to another province in Canada here to work on a project. So hopefully that something will come of that. But generally speaking, I don't really do this to like build 100,000 followers. That's the reason why. But I do appreciate the feedback, though. I do. No problem, ADHD. I have played badminton. I'm not the greatest at it. My wife is better at badminton than I am. J. Christie. I'm not sure which 2-minute candle you were looking at, but yeah, I mean, I think the double bottom, potential higher low here would have been a nice long to take, assuming that's what you're referring to. Yeah, Geo, man, 100%. Can't think straight. No problem, Adam, man. Thank you. Yeah, man, 930 is the way to go, man. Yeah, I think the NQ, I mean, on the NQ right now, I have a spot I'm watching for. Like, we are coming up towards the 50 retracement spot, and I also have, I know this is a very wide channel, but it just is just based on how things looked. I am expecting some sort of reaction when we make it up here, but I do think we can make it up here, though. So we'll see how the NQ moves here. Hey, Felipe, that's amazing that you know that about yourself. I think a lot of people don't recognize that, right? So good on you, man. No culinary school. Actually, my story, which a lot of people know, is I actually have no post-secondary education. I've come from a very, I'm just gonna call it a humble beginning. Okay, is what I'll call it. So I couldn't afford school or anything like that. Everything that I've done in my life has been just through experiences on my own, working 2 jobs, 40, 60 hours a week since I was 14 years old. That's essentially how I built up to who I am today. So no, I have no post-secondary institutional education. However, I am very, very in tune with this part of the business. Like, this is probably one of those things where, like, I don't want to sound too like confident or arrogant in this way, but the restaurant business industry is probably one of those industries where I'm confidently able to go toe to toe with some of the best out there. And it's just because it's my bread and butter. Hey, Itachi, what's going on, my Uchiha brother? Okay, 4 candles after my arrow. You could. I feel like at some point it ends up becoming a little bit of a chase, right? So, this one, maybe this one. They're not, these aren't the best though. Like, this is where like gold candles are a little bit harder to read. They're the way that they form, as you can see, you look at these 2-minute candles compared to the NQ. The NQ is just a little bit more straightforward in comparison to gold, which is what makes gold a little bit difficult sometimes. I think a lot of times revenge. So if you think about revenge trading is an emotion, right? And so as an emotion, the way this is even for me in business, I often say that don't make business decisions and don't make personal life decisions when your emotions is high. More often than not, it's the wrong decision, right? And when I say emotions are high, I don't mean just bad decisions, bad emotions. I mean any emotion. Maybe you're super, super happy because you got a lot of great news, right? You probably don't want to make big decisions when you're in that note because it might not really be the right decision ever. So when it comes to revenge trading, because it's such an emotion, the best thing to do really is to ground yourself in the facts and ground yourself in the data. So when you're looking at that, the question always comes down to is, do you know your data, right? Which is why I'm such a big advocate of journaling, because both trading, life, business, studying yourself, studying your behavior, your environment, all of that's super important in order for you to be successful in anything that you do, to be honest. Like, I'm a little bit of a nerd. I'm not even kidding. When I talk about business, like, I go into a restaurant and I could tell you every single little thing about it. How to fix things, how to work things, shelf life, you know, productivity, capacity, like you name it, the list goes on, right? And so in the same way that I treat my business with such high regard and seriousness, I treat trading the same. I think honestly, with a lot of the one-on-ones that I've done with different students, long-term students, short-term students, the thing that I see very often is most people underestimate how difficult this craft is. And because they treat it like it's a hobby, then they get hobby level results, right? So that's just, again, my 2 cents on that. Nikki, yes, it is the same. It is the same, the indicator as well. I'm pretty sure it's the same one, because I don't think I talked about anything else on my YouTube. Alberto, man, thanks for tuning in here. You know what? In the end of the day, the evals, the funded, like all that stuff, they're just labels, guys. They're just labels. Just remember that, right? And I say that they're just labels because in the end of the day, they're just a vehicle for you to click buy and sell on the chart. So the vehicle that you're in is irrelevant. It gets you from point A to point B, regardless of what kind of vehicle it is. The only time it really matters is when the rules are overly difficult. So then how I would like equate that to is that if you're driving a brand new automatic car, that's probably going to be easy. Point A to point B becomes very streamlined, and that's like having a lucid flex account where there's like no consistency rules, no daily loss limit, none of that stuff, right? That becomes easy. In the same respect, that if you were to look at a prop with a lot of rules, consistency rules, minimum trading days, like daily loss limits, all that stuff, that's equivalent to you driving an old car that is stick shift. So like in the two, the difference is one is a lot easier to get to point B, point A to point B. The other one's a lot harder. So if you're in a space right now where you're having a hard time getting there, definitely take a look at seeing if you could find props that are the easiest, minimal rules, and start from there. And I would always say, I know everyone wants to get rich quick, just one account at a time, man. Like why do you have to copy trade, right? I think that sometimes that pursuit of fast money is often where you get burnt the most too. That'd be some thought points for you, Alberto. Hey Simon, what's going on, brother? Thanks, Clay. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, Jay Christie. Yeah, Simon has seen me firsthand in the restaurant industry, so he knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, so magnet trades, great question. Can you explain the importance of base hit trades instead of chasing runners? So assuming that chasing runners, I want to make sure I understand what you're referring to. I don't know if you're saying chasing the trade or if you're saying that leaving runners and letting it run in itself. Base hit is honestly not a bad idea. And base hits, understand that doesn't mean that it has to be a scalp trade. Base hit just means that you take the piece of the pie that you're willing to take, right? And let's just say you're just taking 1R trades over and over and over again. That's not necessarily a scalp, because what if you're risking 30 points for 30 points? I mean, 30 points is not exactly a scalp. That's a pretty big move. Scalpers are like people who are scalping like 3 to 5 points on NQ. That's scalping, right? If you're able to get those base hits on and on, I mean, if you think about it, and obviously this is very hypothetical here, but imagine if you just took a 1R trade off of every single high or low on the New York on the NQ, you would have made money, right? You would have gotten your trade in and out, and you'd be happy with that. Now, that obviously comes down to style. Not everyone's going to want to take base hits, and that's okay. I'm not here to tell you that you should hold your trades for longer, or you should scalp, or you should take base hits. It doesn't matter. It's what you want to do, right? As long as your strategy makes sense to you and it fits your trading, all good, man. All good. Is gold moving right now? We're back at Globex and VWAP here. Let's see here. Yeah, definitely be interesting to see how this hourly candle closes in the next 5 minutes. Thanks for the compliment, Simon. Sounds good. Sounds good, Jay Christie. Keep working at it, man. Jat, bullish. I don't know if you're trading the NQ or you're trading gold right now, but NQ is definitely bullish. But I am looking for a reaction at the 50% retracement spot that I had marked on my chart earlier. Elad, man, doing good, man. Hope you're doing well as well. Justin, I mean, I think that depends on what kind of account you have there. If you don't have like a monthly REIT subscription, then I would say keep the account and try to build it back up. Treat it with the respect that it deserves. Now, if it's like one of those accounts that you do have to pay a monthly subscription, I don't blame you if you want to YOLO it. But generally speaking, treat it like it's a cash account. I mean, if you, the question and thought is like, if you were trading your own personal cash, and let's just say you had $1,000, but now you're down to $100, are you just gonna burn the account, burn the $100, like the $100 is worth nothing to you? You obviously wouldn't do that, right? So I would say that for your eval, if it doesn't have a monthly subscription, keep trading it, man. Keep trading and building it back up. You're putting reps in the market in the end of the day, right? Thanks, Nikki, man. I appreciate it. I do. I don't do anything I don't have a passion for. Like, I would not be streaming with you guys if I didn't love what I did. Yeah, man. Hobby level results, man. That's like I had a quote. I did like a business goal setting webinar a little while ago. It was actually public. I did on, I didn't do it on YouTube actually. I did it on Zoom, but it was a public thing that I talked about where like I tell people like if you wanna do hobby level planning, then you're gonna get hobby level results. I have not taken Blue Sky. I'm not gonna be hopping to any other props for a little while because I think I have enough on my plate, to be honest. Hey, Christopher Claffins. Good to see you, man. Beautiful short on gold here, by the way, off Globex. I know I didn't take it because I've been talking, but that was beautiful. Nice move, man. Very nice move on gold here. ESCD Matrix. Great, man. That's amazing. I'm glad. Yeah, sizing down. You'd be surprised how much you can achieve with that. Do it. What's your question about take profit trade good plan? What do you mean by that? Yeah, Jad, blowing accounts is honestly part of the game when you're learning this. That's why it's important not to rush it, right? There's plenty of money to burn. Don't keep pushing it. Don't overdrive it. Oh, geez, man. Well, I'm wishing you the best a lot, man. That's rough. What would that short have been worth, actually? $1.5R on that short. Not bad, not bad. Are you long the NQ there, Vernati? Not sure if that's a good idea, but we'll see what we do here. We're 2 minutes from the hourly open of the next candle here. I haven't taken a look at oil in a while either. That's the move on oil you were talking about there. That's going to be a pretty strong hourly close on oil. Dara, no, I don't. I don't mark the opens for those candles. Is there a difference in how you trade Asia, London, New York, not only sizing, but overall strategy and approach? No, the strategy's the same, actually. So the strategy's the same, the approach is different, because the approach are things like sizing, risk, and all that, right? So I always look at that differently for different sessions. Hey, Felipe. Yeah, man, I do. You can always reach out to me on Instagram, my friend. Can you trade a K on these properties? I don't know, Zara. That's a great question. I've never tried, actually. I'm not too sure. I'm going to take a stab on gold shorts, to be honest. And I know it's a little risky here. I'm just going to give it a sec. I'm going to give this candle a bit before I decide to take this entry, though. Let's see how we react at this level. It's always risky to short into a level like this. It's never ideal. But the reason why I want to take it is because different time frames right now are looking good. I want to see what we do here. Yeah, man, I want to give accounts to you guys, man. The more thumbs up you guys give, the more accounts I can give out. Yeah, oh, that's what you were asking. Do it. Yeah, I think I told you last stream too, man. Take Profit Trader is definitely one that I like. I prefer it. Take it easy, Zach, man. Always appreciate you hopping in the stream, man. I'm gonna take a stab at this actually. This is a risk that that's worth taking for me. If I'm wrong, I'll be wrong. But I do want to see this through. So 1R would be about right here. Which is nothing wrong with taking it for 1R because I think that's obviously a very safe spot to take 1R because that's literally where we bounced earlier. You know what? I probably will just keep it at 1R. One reason why I'm saying that too is because I see a channel there too. Like, I don't know if I want to be a prick for a tick here. We'll see what we do here. Are you looking at long oil, brother? Man, I've never traded oil before, man. I know some traders I see on social media like love oil, but I don't trade it enough. Holding on to this channel quite nicely on the NQ. See if this 5-minute closes. I agree with you, Renati. A 5-minute bullish close on NQ would be nice for you. We're still about 190 thumbs up away from doing that giveaway for you guys, by the way, gang. I do really want to do the giveaway, but it's up to you guys. Really, eh? You like VWAP with oil. Interesting. Hey, Mill. Good to see you. Hold on, man. My dog is barking like crazy right now. I don't know what's going on. I'll be right back, guys. My dog's like barking. Hold on.
Shadows fade, I start to see a spark of what's left of me. Every scar's a line I've drawn, every loss a breaking dawn. I've been falling, I've been torn, but every wound was being reborn, and I can feel it in my chest.
Sorry, guys. I think my dog wanted to go outside. I had to let him out. With this action right now, how would you recommend trading to build past the trailing buffer on any fund? I think like 10 points back and forth. Yeah, man. Like, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all you can really do. 5 to 10 points at a time on the NQ is basically all you can do. It's tough, man. Nice, Renati. Good work. What's your final target on that NQ trade, Bernardi? What's up, John?
Broken glass beneath my feet, but I still
173 thumbs up right now. What do we need? 727? We need 77. 77 more thumbs up, gang. We'll do that giveaway for you guys. 3525 is the worst on the block. 525, 525. So that's what you want your target to be right there. Come on, let's get it. Let's get it, buddy. You're almost there, Vernati, man. I'm rooting for you here. Let's get this. Let's go NQ. Give the PT, man. Have I ever had a 5-6 figure trade? 6 figure? No. No, I'm no Jake Ricci. But I've had 5 figure trades though. 5 figure trades. I think I had probably four or five 5 figure trades last year, but never a 6 figure trade, man. that's goated, man. And I also don't trade enough size for that either, right? Like I know, was it a couple years back, a few years back then? Like I know Jake had like made $100,000 trades on like Moderna and like Meta and those guys, right? But he also was like sized in like $30,000, right? Like he wasn't risking all 30,000, but he had size of 30,000, right? So obviously it all comes down to relevance in the end of the day. Like I myself, I'm never risking that much and I'm not putting that much on the line either. So, but in terms of points wise, that's kind of where I focus more on futures. Like I've had 200 to 300 point trades before, and I've done that a few times. But yeah, definitely no 6-figure trade on my end. I won't say never, but I don't think I'm planning on ever risking enough to make that much anytime soon. Thanks, Felipe, man. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Should probably check out my gold trade. How's my gold trade doing, man? I see. Come on, man. Give me some follow through, gold. Just so you guys know, like, I'll give you a sense of why I want to like short gold. We're still below Globex right now. The hourly candle wasn't the most bearish candle I would have liked, to be honest, but it wasn't bullish either, right? We had a 15-minute failure. We had a 5-minute failure as well. And then on the F indicator, we're also still beneath the 5-minute trigger line. So a few different reasons as to why I want to short this. If it doesn't work out, then what I would look for in terms of long trade is the way that we will break and retest Globex, and then I'd be interested in longs for gold. But that's why I'm in short right now, by the way. Just FYI, guys. Yeah, 1 HP. My largest trade before a trim was probably about like 180 points, and I trimmed it. And then I trimmed again around 230, 250, and then my last one I closed for 300 points. JTP. Yeah, that's sick, dude. Oh yeah, let's check on NQ. Aw, man, Vernati, you're so close, man. You're long on oil right now, eh? Okay. You're taking that 5-minute close for gold, or not gold, sorry. 5-minute bullish close on the VWAP for oil. I'm assuming maybe that's what you're triggering that long off the VWAP. No, I've never used DOM actually. I used to be there just as a default, but I turned it off because it was taking up too much real estate on screen. Nice, Bernardi. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Love it, man. What's NQ doing still? Okay, well, you're out of that trade now. You're out of that trade. I guess I'll switch over back to gold again. Gold is still messing around with me. Come on, gold. Don't dick me here, man. Give me some follow-through, man. Yeah, I can see that, man. I can see why you like using the DOM. I mean, I would imagine it's probably the same reason like why people like using like order flow and like bookmap and stuff like that, right? That's all good, man. That's all good. Fair enough, man. That makes sense. Man, you're in and out of that gold trade fast. Or the crude oil. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. 1R. Nice trade on that long trade off of 5-minute close of the VWAP for crude oil. Good work, Felipe. Was it safe to assume, Felipe, that this was the 1R trade you took? Was it this? Do I think it's possible to go long to 650? That's pretty high on the NQ, no? Where's 650 again? I don't remember where 650 is. I think that's quite bullish. I mean, you never know. I mean, I have the retracement spot at 624, so... Felipe, yeah, man, you can follow me on Instagram, bro. Duchess, as far as VWAP goes, it's just the classic one. It's just the classic vol of VWAP. And when you click on it as well, I'll just show you guys. I basically only keep the first one, and I change my color. I choose my color as yellow, and then I turn off all the upper bands and lower bands and all that stuff. Chat, man, I'm never gonna tell you how to trade, man. I don't know where your entry is, but I can't, I'm not here to provide signals, my friend. What's your entry right now, Jet? Just logging back into my account here. Nice. Well, it's hard to say that they're here for the free account because they're not exactly dropping the thumbs up to get those free accounts, so who knows, man. Oil's still moving right now. Yeah, JTP, it's based on the daily, brother. Gold's ugly, man. Gold's been ugly. House of Pillar, man. I appreciate that. 346075. 40. 484606060. So your entry is down here. I mean, I guess the question really for you is like, what's your target, Jet? Because just kind of mindlessly holding a long trade's not a good idea either. Like, what's your price target? What's your thesis here, my friend? More than happy to banter with you, but you got to give me something other than should I still stay in my long or not? Hey, amazing, Felipe. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Oh. Man, I know that I'm not that old, but my body feels like I'm like 80 years old, man. Oh. Alright, come on, man. Let's get some follow through on this gold trade, gang. Stop dicking me around, brother. Do you use Dom in your trade strategy? No, I don't use Dom. Someone just asked me that earlier, actually, M. Brown. I've never really, like, studied, like, the use of it. Like, I wouldn't know necessarily how to run that in conjunction because I feel like there's so much on the chart that I'm already looking at that I would find that the DOM would be distracting. But again, I've never really integrated into it, so I can't really say too much. Rye guy, don't be that guy, man. Don't be that guy. What's your favorite indicator and why? Ooh, I don't really have a favorite indicator, man. VWAP, 200 EMA, 9 EMA, those are kind of some of the ones I really like outside of the FF indicator. That's pretty much it, man. Because there's just so many things. I used to trade a lot of different things, man. Like, I've tried like MACD, I've tried like RSI, like I've tried a lot of that stuff. I've never really tried Bollinger Bands, but I've had a few people like reach out to me about that before. But I have no idea how they work that though. So MDC, because I don't know how to say your name. By the way, MDC, is there an easier way that I can refer to you? Because I want to refer to you on the chat, but it's too hard to call out your name, man. And I'm kind of curious, MDC, do you usually, do you look for gold shorts for oil to go high? Is that kind of the idea for you? Just because I don't trade oil, I'm just kind of curious. What are your thoughts with setting an order overnight for it to trigger and just size lower, like for the 50% return to have a sell order with a few micros, and that way you get in if it triggers? I've never tried that, JTP. I've never tried that. I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest. The only thing I worry about, I mean, like, I guess you can like blindly trust your system in that regard, but I guess I just kind of worry. I worry because it would pain me to know that I could enter a trade and then be wicked out while I'm in it. I don't know. Hard to say, man. Rocky. Yeah, man. I just like, I remember like looking at the DOM and I just see the flickering of the numbers. I was like, oh hell no, this is too much. Oh, Nikki, man. Yeah, I'm turning 35 this year, so I honestly, the day that I turned 30 was where pretty much my body went to hell for me. Jat, my friend, we're here to chat, learn, educate, chat about like the charts. And the reason why we say this, right, is because like when we talk about like signaling, right, it's not a sustainable way to trade. And I'm telling this from my own experience, chat, right? I used to be that guy, right? Like when I was learning, it was just never ideal for me. So generally speaking, when we talk about things, like when you watch my chart reviews, I kind of talked about where I want to look for NQ. I want to see what I want to look for gold. That should help form some sort of confluence for you to think of, okay, well, if I have a setup that I like, how do I play that into my setup? And does that give me confidence, right? But yeah, I don't think the idea of hopping on stream is to ever be like, okay, enter here, sell here, buy here, sell here. Like, again, maybe someone else might disagree. That's just my personal opinion on it, right? My comment to you, Jet, is for education and for your long-term success as a trader. You just turned 30 Sunday. House of Pillow, you just turned 30 like the Sunday that just passed? Or this coming Sunday? Either way, happy birthday or happy early birthday, man. I just do the races. It's basically inverse according to macro at this moment. They will be inverse. Tomorrow will fall dollar inversion relation. Oh, okay, cool. So 1R, oh, sorry, the first level on gold has been struck. That was originally where I wanted to take my profit, to be honest, because like if I was risking less, like if I was using the lower high here as a short setup, then 1R would have been here already, and I would have been in and out of the trade. But I am going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. I want to see if we can get some follow through on gold here, guys. But oh shit, where did I just miss the chat? How come you use EMA over SMA? Justin, to be perfectly honest, I don't really know how to use SMA. That's pretty much the only answer. I never got around to using it, so I just don't know. Thanks, Sat. I agree with you, M. Brown. You're 100% right, man. You're 100% right. The one thing that I don't do enough of, to be honest, is the exercise part. I've kind of, ever since I had my kids, I kind of dropped off on that. And that's honestly just due to like lack of sleep and prioritizing certain things with the kiddos and stuff like that. But as part of me moving, because I am moving in a few months here, when I get settled into my new home, that getting back into an exercise regime will be a top priority for me. It is active, man. It's all about activity. I 100% agree with you. As soon as I start working out again, my body feels amazing and my appetite gets crazy. Like people who follow me on Instagram now, you think I eat a lot now? Man, when I'm exercising and working out, the amount of food that I consume, I have like 5 meals a day, man. Felipe, trading partials, I assume that you're talking about like trimming. I do. Occasionally I will. VWAP is the volume weighted average price, right? So generally speaking, for me, if we're on an uptrend, the VWAP should continue to bounce, and sometimes it can become a magnet for you, essentially. JAT backtesting is essentially using bar replay on your trading view or maybe your trading journal, because I think TradeZella has something like that as well, and really just going back and taking a look at how often do your setups actually play out and how do they work out. I know, 100%, man. I'll get back into that again. How are we doing for thumbs up, guys? 194. I'm actually quite shocked that we haven't hit 250 yet, guys. MD. My NQ trade will end up being a hold till tomorrow, FOMC. Are you shorting this? Is that what you're saying, MD? Are you shorting the NQ? Yeah, I know, Pete. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's as if we don't want to do a giveaway or something, you know? I know, it was our man Ranji's birthday today. He was on a giving frenzy, wasn't he? Single indicator? If I had to pick one indicator specifically, assuming that we're not talking about like proprietary developed indicator, probably VWAP, to be honest. VWAP would be the one I would keep. Even though there are competing ones I would choose. And when you say one singular price action. What do you mean by that? I don't understand that question. If you don't mind elaborating on that, Dutch, just a little bit for me. No, I don't reference VWAP on the daily. Man, are we going to triple bottom here at this level and channel on gold? I don't want that, guys. I don't want that. Yeah, that's true, Pete. That's true. Okay, okay. That's what you mean. Yeah, VWAP. VWAP would be it, man. I think it's like the most replicatable. Like you can probably use VWAP with a lot of different kinds of trading strategies. So that's why I would reference it. On gold right now, based on the way price is moving, to be honest, and it's not that I like to move stop losses often, but I feel like right now, if we lose this, that would already be technically considered enough to lose. And I'm only saying this because I'm looking at price right now, and I'm looking at structure. I feel like if we break above this spot, my thesis is dead anyways, at this point. I'm just looking at the FF indicator right now, 2 minute, 5 minute. I'm looking at the structure right now on the 2, 5, 15, and on the hourly. It's just kind of how I feel at the moment. Have a good night, Nikki. We'll get fucked if this PA keeps going. So what, MDC, man, what trades are you in right now, bro? Come on, gold. Make your move already, bro. NQ and oil. So are you long oil and shorting NQ or the other way around? Or short and long? Okay. Okay, got it. Cool. That makes sense. Yeah, man. I hope this works out for you too. I mean, I think ideally for the NQ, I'd love to see like kind of something like that, you know? It would be kind of cool to see that play out. And then you're trading oil right now as well. You're long on oil though. Okay. Interesting. I don't like that we're like coming back down on VWAP there. Yeah, seriously. Gold. Do you think in terms of buyers or sellers trying to protect a price? Yeah, I mean, you know, there's always going to be on price. There's going to be bigger interests on certain points on the chart as always, right? I mean, that's where like support and resistance or supply and demand or like book map and all that stuff. That's essentially what it's reading, right? $29 minutes until London opens here, man. Give me my price target hit, man. Come on. Don't toy with me, gold. Don't toy with me. Yeah, I would say so, Anna. I would say so. Yeah, man. Sometimes the market's like, yeah, I'm just gonna take my sweet ass time. Let's just see what happens, guys. Come on, gold. How would you go on 50k count with 2k drawdown? Generally, I would say the rule of thumb is 10 bullets in the chamber, so you'd be like, what, risking like 200 bucks? You'd risk 200 bucks at a time. That'd be my 2 cents on that. Otherwise, if you want to do 5 bullets, you can do 5 bullets. It could be 400 bucks. I don't look at the relation of NQ and gold price, to be honest, personally. So I can't speak to that. Come on, gold. Don't do that to me, man. Don't do that to me.
Whispers of love, stories untold, fingers trace the edge of time, searching for peace, a rhythm to find, falling slow, like the evening glow, hearts collide, where the soft winds
Is the MNQ going well right now? Oh, we're still holding that channel area, eh? Is it possible to be profitable with a 1R system? Yeah, absolutely. I think that if you're a scalper or like high frequency trader and you got a system for that, absolutely. I don't know if a lot of people would love doing that, but I think that people who do that will absolutely love it. I kind of went through, I don't know when you hopped on the stream, Alberto, but I did kind of explain my short thesis already. Like, I am bearish on gold, right? Like, I went through the chart review. We're beneath Globex opening print right now. We're still rejecting those key areas. When I entered the trade, multiple timeframes were aligning with my trade thesis. Hourly, 15-minute, 5-minute, all was looking good, setting in lower highs. So just a lot of different things kind of coming together, and the FF indicator was also pointing in that direction for me. So those would be like a few reasons as to why. What are we doing here, man? Come on, go. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. Is NQ shooting up right now? Still within this channel range. Still within this channel range. What about oil? Oils, ooh, that's not good either. We're closing back below VWAP. What playlists? EDM. Same channel from Tee Up Musics. Same person, but just a different playlist. I can send it to you guys here. I just like cycle through this guy's music, man. I usually play it in the background. Mind you, I usually don't actually trade with music, but I know that when it comes to streaming, it's good to just have something in the background versus just dead silence. How many thumbs up are we away from doing the giveaway, gang? We need, what, 39? 39 more thumbs up and we can do the giveaway, gang. Oh no! Oil's not looking good? Oh damn. Yeah, man, what a fake out of the VWAP, eh? What a fake out. My win rate? Yeah, I can show you guys that stuff afterwards. I actually show it on every stream, stocks. I show my trader stats, and then I also show the payouts for my like take profit trader dashboard and stuff like that. Well, right now the giveaway is for a 25K growth account. No activation fee. Yeah, there's no activation on this account, so. Okay. Anyways, I'll be right back because I gotta let my dog back in the house because I think he's done barking now. I'll be right back, guys. I appreciate it, bro. Yeah, not really liking this, man. Come on, gold. What is this, man? What is this? Like, look at this. Look at this. I've got a Samoyed. He's got a big white fluffy dog. Yeah, I was really hoping for some follow through though, man, on gold. Yeah, I don't mind house music, man. I don't mind house music. I'm from Vancouver, Canada, Jet. Hey, Spax, man. Good to see you, bro. Yeah, it is very painful. But you know what? I mean, it's... You know, we talk about trading trade thesis, right? Like, just remove the P&L from the equation. We're essentially triple bottoming the level there, right? The level in the channel. So... We're now testing the 5-minute trigger line at the spot here. I'm in a huge breakout right now. Oh, there it is. I wish we would have had the breakdown on gold, man. Jeez. Out of oil. Oh, damn. Look at that oil move, man. Brutal. Brutal.
Fingers trace the sky so wide, searching for a place to hide. The sun melts slow into the sea, and I feel you here with me. Every shadow whispers your name. Every wave just feels the same.
I mean, California is a pretty far drive still, bro. No, I mean, right now my trade thesis is that like we stay beneath here on gold and we might be able to get follow through still on it. That's kind of what I'm looking for right now. But yeah, it's just unfortunate that it's like ranging the way that it is. Not, I was looking like at the time of my entry, we had like multiple time frames of confluence, and as you can see, we did get a move. We just bounced off the level. That's the unfortunate part. I think every day has kind of a little bit of its difficulty. I wouldn't say that these last 2 weeks have been any more difficult than any other week. And I think that sometimes it depends on what you're trading against, right? Five more thumbs up, gang, and we'll do the giveaway.
Every shadow whispers your name. Every wave just feels the same. Lost in the glow of the stars, so the stars don't go.
It's breaking out of the channel here on the NQ. I see that. I see that. We got the 50% retracement spot at 624. We got the channel above here as well. This is true, 1 HP. This is true.
Soft rays break the silence. Dreams still linger, warm and wild. The night fades into colors, and hope begins to smile. Footsteps on the edge of dawn.
Is the gold trade still valid? I mean, we haven't broken above Globex. I could probably tighten my stop loss, to be honest, at this point, though. And I don't mean like tighten it all the way down here, but even like tighten it to here. Lower it a little bit. Just because the way that we are at Globex, VWAP's coming down too. Like, at this point in time, if we manage to spike past all of that, then my trade thesis is probably going to be dead anyways. So we'll see here, man. I wouldn't try entering a short at this point, just because, like, the time frames don't look as good to enter into a short now. It was when I was in it earlier. Like I said, I wanted more than that, though, man. That was not enough for me. NQ long position, 550. Yeah, I think that's a pretty safe exit, to be honest. Assuming you're wanting more and you don't want to sell sooner, yeah. Oh, gold. You gotta play games with my heart like this, huh? You want NQ for 600? We need about 14 more thumbs up, guys, for that giveaway. Damn. That short trade. Yeah, what a move on oil, though. What a fake out, man. Look at that. Made it look like we were going to keep going, and then bam. What a way to take us out. $471. Yeah, YSG, man. That's fair, dude. That's fair. I mean, it ended up just keeping the low body of the channel area, but that would have been fair to look for a level retest. Especially if you're, in your mind, you're thinking that maybe we're a little overextended and we're due for a pullback. Felipe, are you talking to me? I have Instagram and YouTube, but I don't stream or anything on my YouTube. I only I just post stuff, and I haven't posted there as much ever since I started streaming, just because this takes a lot of my time allocation now, right, to stream. And no, I don't paper trade. I haven't paper traded in probably like 5 years. Rich laugh? Which rich laugh? Rich laugh. What does that mean? I know, it's kind of crazy, eh? I remember how emotional I was when I first started trading, man. Now you're kind of like, you take a loss, you're like, okay, on to the next one. Oh, nice. We're at 250 thumbs up. Cool. Alright, guys. Let's do this. I trade price action, IO. That's for strategy wise. You have about 4 minutes to get into this giveaway, gang. 4 minutes. We're starting to break out of the trigger line here as well. I might get stopped out here, especially with the London about to open here too. I think we're gonna, at London open, we might just pop up. You can see here we're starting to pop up above the trigger line there. One minute and a half left for this giveaway. Curious if oil is gonna like double bottom here. $25 more seconds, guys. Thanks, man. Thanks for the compliment, baby Gronk. All right, let's see for the giveaway. Delete that for now. All right, who's the winner, guys? Who's the winner? We got, oh, Dara. Dara, you're the winner of the giveaway, man. That's freaking amazing. Hopefully you're still there, man. Dara, have you won before, by the way? Just double checking, because I know you tune in a lot. I'm just double checking here on the Stream. I don't think you've won before. That's awesome, dude. I think you know the drill already, man. You've been on my streams long enough. Shoot me a DM on Instagram, bro. It will change all the time, Jet. It really just depends on what we've got for the rake network here. Do I think NQ will go to 31K this month? Yeah, I mean, I think that's very possible. I think that's very possible, but we'll see, right? Between war and all the stuff that's going on, man. It's hard to say. But I think it's possible, though. Market's about to open up in 2 minutes here, gang. I don't know. I don't actually have much of an opinion on the whole contract rollover component, to be honest. I don't know how that weighs into why the price moved in the way that it did. Did I get stopped out yet? No, because my stop loss is above Globex. Do I collect Pokemon? No, I don't. I stopped that game a long time ago, man. That stuff can get expensive. Yeah, it gets really expensive, Felipe. That's the reason why I don't. All right, London market's open here. Let's see what we do. My stop loss is basically Globex, so... But I'm getting pretty close to getting stopped out here. Yeah, Dara, it's usually just, it's meant to be just one winner. It's kind of what we have it set as, just because there's so many people who follow the stream that it would be unfair if the same people kept winning over and over again. Any last minute questions for me, gang, before I hop off stream here? I haven't been stopped out yet, but I might. I'm pretty sure it's gonna stop me out, because if gold pushes above Globex, I'm out. NQ update. NQ's running, man. NQ is running. As of right now, I have an NQ channel, bottom end of 30,553. So whoever was in that long trade for 550, target hit already. So hopefully you were able to take profit there. The retracement part on the NQ I have at 624. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I just realized when I switched, I didn't switch it back. Sorry, man. Thanks for calling me out on that. Yeah, the stop loss is up there. Target's down here. So we've gotten pretty close, man. Getting pretty close to getting stopped out there. All right, well, I think that's all I got. I mean, if you guys don't got any questions for me, man, I appreciate you guys tuning in as always, man. Just pay attention to the spots I talked about during the chart review, and we'll see if those play a role for us on the NQ and gold going into the London session here and going over to the New York session later on. All right, guys, I'll leave you guys to it. You guys have a wonderful night, man. As always, thanks for tuning in, guys. Catch you guys later, man.